Welcome to the video for area model. We're going to be talking about using the area model and what the area model is. So the area model shows us a different way to think of multiplication. For instance, I can do 3 times 4, and I know my number facts. I know that's 12 because that's 3 groups of 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Another way to think of multiplication is with the area model. Let me use a piece of graph paper to demonstrate. I can also think of 3 times 4 as a rectangle that is 3 units by 4 units. And I can see that the area of this rectangle is equal to 12 units by counting all the boxes. I also know that the area of a rectangle is equal to the base times the height. So we have that link between a rectangle's area and multiplication. This is probably a familiar sight to you now after the Farmer Ben problem. But this rectangle models the distributive property. This is 10 times 10 plus 7. So I can find the area of each of these rectangles because 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 7 is 70. That means the total area is equal to 170 by adding those two smaller areas together. That also means 10 times 10 plus 7 is equal to 170. Two different ways to represent the same problem. Here I have another rectangle, and I've set it up with some different numbers. I'd like you to please pause the video and write down the distributive property problem that corresponds to this rectangle. Again, pause the video, write down the distributive property problem that you think corresponds to this rectangle. Alright, let's go over it. So I have 5 as a height, a plus 3 is my width. So this corresponds to the distributive property problem, 5 times a plus 3. Now I can figure out what 5 times a plus 3 is by doing 5 times a, which is 5a, 5 times 3, which is 15, which means the total area is equal to 5a plus 15. That means that 5 times a plus 3 is equal to 5a plus 15. Let's do one more just to make sure we've all got it. So I've set up my area model. Please pause the video, write down the corresponding distributive property problem. The corresponding distributive property problem would be 3 times 6 plus x. I can figure out what 3 times 6 plus x is by doing 3 times 6 and finding the area is 18. 3 times x, finding the area is 3x. That means 3 times 6 plus x is 18 plus 3x. We're going to do one more where I give you the distributive property problem and you're going to set up the area model. So we're going to do 4 times a plus 3. Please set up the area model problem for this distributive property problem. So this would be 4 times a plus 3. The area would be 4a and 12. That means the answer for my distributive property problem would be 4a plus 12. That concludes my video for the area model. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or ask a question on Edmodo. Look forward to talking about this in class.